There's a terrible pinging noise on the line.
Oh, that's better. It's gone now.
I hear both your brothers are doing very well.
You mean to say he could be infertile?
Let him have his fun. When I was your age, I had lots and lots of fun.
Not with me, you didn't.
Natalie, I'm Jewish.
Daddy hates Jews.
The only way to tell these identical test tubes apart is to look at the number on the label.
You mixed them up?
Sperm! You got another man's sperm! My God, it's rape. They raped my wife.
I think that's a bit much, but worst, it's adultery.
Got to juggle with a problem in my mind every second.
I remember the day like it were yesterday, August the 4th, 1961. Easiest fiver I ever earned. The look unhappy and the smell unhappy. And that makes for an unhappy piece of bacon. I want Leon to lock you out for today. He's a bit squeamish about some things. Well, most things.
Just wanna mess around.
Don't you think Leon's looking thinner? See, you know, I don't believe in criticising our children.
He's a Chadwick. It's as plain as your nose.
He is, has been, and always will be a Geller.
But why don't you ask him what he wants?
All I wanna do is mess around.
Leon, I won't feel guilty if you don't. My first self-portrait.
You sure it's not just an odd pig? Pretty sure.
Rabbi Jolson?
Well, what? The only question is, will it taste like bacon?
South African, proudly Jewish. Proudly 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 South African, proudly Jewish.
I'm standing outside the Woolworths in Sea Point with the National Director of the South African Jewish Board of Deputies, where, of course, last week a horrific anti-Semitism statement was made by COSAS. Wendy, thanks for joining us. Is this a turnout that you expected?
Absolutely. We are here today to protest and to say it's not, hate speech does not belong in South Africa. It is un-South African, it's against our constitution, it's against our democracy. This is a country where we respect one another, and bringing a pig's head into a supermarket is the ultimate affront to Jewish South Africans. And today it's anti-Semitism, tomorrow it might be Islamophobia, the day after might be homophobia. We have to say no to hatred, no to anti-Semitism, no to any form of this kind of bigotry. This is not an Islamic statement, this is a statement by COSAS, and COSAS has taken, we have laid charges with the Human Rights Commission, and they are the ones that are accountable for this. I don't think that we should extrapolate it and make it into what it isn't. It's COSAS who went into the store, who perpetrated this act. We have taken the action against them, and we will continue to take action, but that's not enough. We as fellow South Africans need to come together, and we need to stand up against this kind of hatred.
It's a last-minute thing in response to that terribly anti-Semitic incident where a pig's head was brought in, reminiscent of the Nazis in Germany, into a shop that has nothing to do but to supply customers with goods, and it's totally anti-democratic to raise this issue at all, because it's like a clarion call of anti-Semitism. The Nazis did it in 1933, and this is what we are protesting against. We cannot have anti-Semitism raising its ugly head again in any shape or form.
If COSAS would rather have liked to have had some meaning and relevance, what they could have perhaps done is protested against the lack of education facilities, the lack of toilet and sanitary facilities in the townships, the lack of building the homes that have been promised. That's the kind of thing that COSAS should presumably, I would imagine, as South African students, be interested in protesting against. Not something that for the most part none of them know anything about, nor something that has as its epicenter a conflict that is thousands of kilometers away.
No to hate! No to hate! No to hate. No to hate. No to hate.
Whenever there is conflict within the Middle East, we see an increase of anti-Semitism internationally, and we certainly did see in South Africa. We saw a very, very disturbing increase numerically and also in terms of the severity of the anti-Semitism. And it culminated in this incident. But we are concerned. This is a country with very low levels of anti-Semitism. But I think we're also seeing other kinds of hatred. It's not just about anti-Semitism. There are other kinds of hatred that we are seeing emerging in our precious South Africa, and we can't allow that to happen.
In actual fact, today, the new anti-Semitism is anti-Israel, basically. It doesn't mean that Israel does everything right. We are not saying that. We are just saying if you're anti-Israel's existence, if you deny the right of Israel to exist as a country, you are not only denying the rights of Israel to exist, but the rights of Jews to exist, which is anti-Semitism.
We are a hog-killing crew in Hunt County.
What we're doing lately is pig hunting, so it's about at the highest level, especially at nighttime when you can't see what's coming at you.
They're like the devil. They're dangerous. They're evil. When you try to load them in a trailer, they're fighting you and they're trying to chew through the trailer.
3, 2, 1.
The absolute environmental limits for the range, we don't know. But we really don't understand what would actually restrict them.
We don't really know what brought the pig taboo about or how it sort of emerged from the mists of time.
Pork has become this cultural touchstone that persists even after all the rest of the rules don't. Pork was a bridge too far. Right? That's when you become Christian.
How do you turn a ferocious wild boar into the pet who sleeps in your bedroom?
My little Zoe was flown in from Michigan via Delta because Delta's the only way pigs fly.
My search for the answer would take me around the world.
They have huge litters and they produce more meat more quickly than any other animal domesticate.
Every single part of this animal is usable.
Chinese food has become central to American Jews, even when there's pork in it. The statement is, I am abandoning certain aspects of my tradition, but it's not threatening to do so.
I just was like, it would be so awesome to have a mini pig and, you know, it would only be 50 pounds and such. And now I have a 200+ pound mini pig. You really can't help but smile and laugh when you actually see a pig in a tuxedo or a pig in a dress.
We currently have 66 pigs at the rescue. 90% of pig surrenders are because of a lack of education.
Hey, honey. Hey, baby.
The dog is like unconditional. You could beat your dog and the dog will still love you. A pig, it remembers.
You look into a pig's eyes and you can really see the intelligence. You can see their emotions.
Pig Day at Primo is a celebration of the pig's life here on the farm and how we're going to honor it and respect it and turn it into delicious things. To the pigs.
This is piglets. This is where our piglets come. On an adventure.
She's trying to get her to play.
That's all, folks.